You reset your life every Monday, every single week. You wake up believing this is the week everything changes. But nothing actually changes. You tell yourself the plan is solid this time. Early mornings, clean eating, productive hours, real focus. Then Wednesday arrives. One late night, one skipped session, one minor slip. Suddenly, the entire week feels compromised. Therefore, you coast through the remaining days waiting for the next reset. You call it a fresh start, but a fresh start is not what you're using Monday for. What you are using Monday for is escape. There is a difference. When you endlessly restart your routine and refuse to continue through the friction, you avoid accountability. Your brain cannot experience the dopamine of planning a perfect week and endure the discomfort of an imperfect day at the same time. Therefore, every Monday feels hopeful. Every Thursday feels like failure. You are not building momentum. You are just resetting the timer. The pattern is simple. You plan, you slip, you abandon. Then Sunday night arrives. The guilt settles in. The optimism returns. The belief that tomorrow will be different. But tomorrow is never different. You already know this. What you are doing is practicing the restart, not the continuation. Every time you reset, you reinforce the belief that one imperfect day ruins everything. Therefore, your brain learns to quit the moment things feel slightly off. You call it holding yourself to a standard. But standards are not what you are protecting. What you are protecting is the fantasy. The fantasy that if you just plan it perfectly, structure it tightly, start it cleanly, then you will finally become the person who never slips. That person does not exist. Therefore, every reset is a refusal to meet reality. Reality is messy. Reality does not flow in perfect weekly cycles. Reality is one decision after another inside the discomfort. The version of you that stays consistent does not reset every Monday. They recover on Tuesday. There is the actual difference. When you slip on Wednesday, they do not wait 4 days for permission to continue. They course correct immediately. They do not need the psychological comfort of a fresh week. They need the humility to resume in the middle. But resumption does not feel clean. Resumption feels uncomfortable. Your brain craves the illusion of control that Monday provides. The blank slate, the new numbers, the untouched potential. Therefore, you would rather fantasize about the perfect week than build an imperfect one. You are not stuck in a motivation problem. You are stuck in a perversion problem. You believe you need the right conditions to continue, the right energy, the right timing, the right feeling. But continuation does not require perfect conditions. Continuation requires you to act without them. The moment you stop waiting for Monday, for the clean start, for the feeling of being ready, that is when the cycle actually breaks. Therefore, the fix is not better planning. The fix is killing the reset. You do not need another Monday. You need to finish this week. Not perfectly, not cleanly, just finished. One workout after the slip, one productive hour after the wasted morning, one intentional decision after the mistake. That is what momentum actually is. Not 7 perfect days, not a flawless routine. Momentum is the refusal to wait for permission to continue, but refusing the reset feels like losing control. It feels like admitting the week is already ruined. Your brain interprets imperfection as failure. Therefore, it offers you the Monday reset as a way to escape the discomfort of being imperfect right now. You take it every single time. That is the loop. The loop is not broken by better discipline. The loop is broken by accepting that discipline does not look clean. Discipline is continuing on Thursday even though Wednesday failed. Discipline is waking up tired and moving anyway. Discipline is one decision inside the mess. You already know this, but knowing is not the problem. The problem is you keep choosing the fantasy over the friction. The fantasy feels safer. The fantasy lets you believe that next Monday, you will finally be different. Therefore, you never have to face the truth. The truth is you are already capable. You are just waiting for conditions that will never arrive. The perfect energy, the perfect week, the perfect version of yourself, none of it is coming. Therefore, the only question left is whether you are willing to build something real or keep resetting forever. Real does not start on Monday. Real starts the second you stop waiting. You do not need a fresh start. You need to finish what you already began. One imperfect day at a time, one uncomfortable decision after the slip. That is how you escape the loop. Not by planning better, not by resetting harder, by refusing to let one broken day erase the entire week. The moment you stop treating Monday like a clean slate and start treating Tuesday like a test of character, you stop being a starter. You become a finisher. Therefore, stop resetting your life every Monday. Finish this week, right now. Imperfect, messy, real. You already know what to do. Always. You just keep waiting for the conditions to feel right.